Woo! Woohoo! Yeehaw! Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome to Houston. We have a problem. It's Thursday, and I am wearing a lovely shirt provided by Mystery Michael. The problem is that this may be a one-time use shirt, as it took me about 5 minutes to get it on, and then it immediately tore at the armpit. It's a pullover. It's not all the way buttoned down, and it is painted onto my body right now. And I don't know if I'll be able to get it off without help. I might be stuck in this thing for some serious amount of time. So, anyway, we got some things happening right about now. Unless they push it again, please don't push it again. The stalking horse bid was due 1 minute ago on Bed Bath and Beyond. I have no idea what it is. If anybody sees what it is, let me know in the chat. Tell me to check my DMs or something. I would love to see what it is for. So here we are, just twiddling our thumbs like we did last week to have nothing happen. And yesterday was supposed to be the earnings report for earnings call for GameStop. They published the earnings. They missed analyst expectations by 1 cent. They're thinking minus 13 cents a share. It was minus 14 cents a share. And they canceled the earnings call and let go the CEO. So now temporarily Ryan Cohen is executive chairman or something like that. He did a cryptic tweet that said, "Not for long," referring to Matt Furlong, the CEO, which implies that perhaps in the grand scheme of things, GME is going to push hard for the Bed Bath and Beyond acquisition. And in doing so, Matt Furlong would have a position under the greater GMErica umbrella. The timing of everything is weird. Teddy, which is Ryan Cohen's brand named after his dad, filed trademarks for bed sheets, towels, bedroom accessories, etc. So, the implications are there that they're going to make a serious run for Bed Bath & Beyond. There are other bidders, so it could get heated, and let's just hope that everyone spends a fortune on it. Please. Oh, now the cat wants in. Ugh. Hey, dummy, come on in. And the shirt just tore a little bit more. Okay. Pity. All right. Cat, welcome. Daytime. Hey, dummy, come here. Yeah. Cattail karaoke. Okay. Oh, the little fur ball. You're such a fuzzy little monster. Yes, you are. Okay. Man, jumping in hot with some super chats. Sad Boy Incorporated, Houston. Thoughts on what's happening with GME? Can you also rant about AMC and Adam Aaron? Feels like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Total Ted Cruz vibes. My kitty. Yes. Well, that I did just a little recap on what's happening with GME. I think Ryan Cohen and others associated with him are going to make a strong run for Bed Bath & Beyond, or at least parts of Bed Bath & Beyond. Cat's getting high again. I am assuming Matt Furlong is not gone forever. His 2-year contract was up running GameStop. I think that they're going to move him into a new role in the greater GMErica thing. That's total speculation on my part, but judging from Ryan Cohen's cavalier tweet of "not for long," it'd be just a dick move to tweet something like that. And if you're really firing somebody, like, "Get out of here, asshole." So I think that he's going to still have a part in the company in some form or another. As for Adam Aaron, I mean, the stuff that keeps getting revealed in the court case about the remuneration that he and other executives gave themselves while the company was dying, / the contact they have with Antera and the plotting. It's really scuzzy. Like, just, if you want to save your company, while everybody was super stoked about your stock, you sell them stock. It's as simple as that. But you kept selling to hedge funds. So everyone's like, stop selling stock. And Adams are like, why won't we sell stock? How am I supposed to save this company? Jeez, my knees, cat. Knocking over cans of seafoam here. And, well, it's because you're doing it wrong in the first place, ding dong. Do it right, and people would let you sell shares. But you wouldn't do it right, and you kept doing it wrong and doubling down on doing it wrong. So, I mean, he's kind of getting screwed in this court case. And the fact that they couldn't dismiss, even though all parties agreed to dismiss, because the judge was like, whoa, you made me too aware of a lot of bad things you were doing, so I can't dismiss this. Really, really hurts them in the long run. We'll see where it goes. Bitcoin, GME close to 20 million volume today. The price way down. What the fudge? 2 days of hit articles in Wall Street Journal. Sounds like someone is very scared. Yeah. I mean, it definitely got shorted down. It got shorted down the instant the market closed yesterday. There is no way any of those folks had read the earnings report before they started shorting it. The earnings report came out at close, and within a millisecond, as if they'd all like instantly just, I read all 40 pages, just shorted it from $26 down to $20 and change in a moment. I do blame myself because I bought call options. And had I bought puts, the stock price would have been just flying right now. I mean, this is what happened every single solitary earnings report for 3 years. Was the earnings report comes out, they short it down the instant it comes out. Except the one time I bought puts, which was for the Q4 earnings report, and it flew high. So I'm convinced that it's my fault. It's all me. I am the inverse Kramer when it comes to GME earnings reports. QuickQuest, FINRA meeting tomorrow, and Mark response MMTLP. His response for their upcoming hearing. I think it's interesting. One of the arguments that FINRA made, saying they couldn't release the blue sheets, was that it takes so much time, and like people have to like come away from their job regulating this giant industry to make these blue sheets happen, and it's just so burdensome, Your Honor. And then somebody sent Mark a case from April where the court ordered FINRA to provide the blue sheets on April 4th, and they provided them by April 5th. Like, to provide the blue sheets, all you have to do is you go click, click, print, and then they print out, and then you hand them over. It's not a massive undertaking on anyone's account. So pretending like it's really burdensome to like reach over and hit control print is quite hilarious. It's like, so funny excuses people come up with. All right. Is that all those? That looks like all those. Okay. To the top. There's Michael Mystery. I'm wearing your shirt, Michael. It's a lovely shirt. It's just built for somebody a pinch narrower than me. I don't know. Maybe Houston High School could really fit into this thing really well. Phil Clayton, Houston, thoughts on Matt Furlong leaving GameStop, possible BBYQ related? Did that already. Jason Blackwell, Houston, while on vacation, I visited a Doritos farm. It was a pretty cool ranch. All right. Josh Pepels, Houston. As a child, I really got into chocolate chips, peanuts, and marshmallows. Suddenly realized I was becoming addicted as an adult. It's been a rocky road. God damn it. And Rulnick, Houston. It's been a hazy orange apocalypse here in New York City area for a couple of days. We're having headaches and burning throats. What causes that? Is it just burnt wood or chemicals as well? It's soot. What you're breathing in is soot. and it's coating your throat linings. So it's basically like coating the little cilia in your throat that work crap out, and they're getting bogged down. And it's coating your bronchi as well, so your oxygen intake is dropping, and that gives you headaches. You have basically irritants in your throat, irritants in your lungs, and it's blocking your oxygen intake. Also it's getting in your eyes, burning your eyes. So you're gonna have headaches. You're gonna have hard breathing. You're gonna find people who struggle, have spikes in blood pressure, heart attacks, allergic reactions, asthmatic reactions. It's brutal. When we get it here, and this is born and raised in Seattle, we never had a smoky summer until 2015. 2015, so I was 34 years old. So 2015 was our first smoky summer, and every single solitary summer, we've had just incredible rates of smoke, except for 2017. So it's just a regular thing now. Every August and September, the winds change enough, blow everything over us, and we look like what New York looks like right now. Just orange, the sky gets blacked out, you can't breathe. You got to put on your filter fans, lock up the house so no air gets in, filter everything, wear masks, don't go anywhere. Just like sit down. Don't get strenuous because you don't want your heart rate to go up, sucking even more of that crap into your body. So you really just got to like chill out, and wear a respirator. I guess that's the only solutions, other than not destroy the world. So if we stopped destroying the world, we wouldn't have as many things. The crazy thing is that these fires are going on now. Like, we are about 2 months from fire season. Fire season hasn't begun yet, and Canada is on fire. I think the stats I saw yesterday was 9 million acres are on fire in Canada. That's a lot of boreal forest to be burning up, especially this time of year. It should still be like raining in that part of North America. It's hot and dry. It's all drought. So we're screwed. And we'll look at any news on Sears. No news on Sears as of yet that I know of. If anyone has any news, send it my way. Wheat Wild, hello. Good night. Happy birthday. Go No Labs. Well, have a good night, Wheat Wild. Oh, No Labs, their first prototype got built. So their first prototype device got built, non-invasive device got built. It's shaped like that, and I guess you just put it on your skin and it goes boop. So it's not a wearable, but it is one you can check that's non-invasive. So their plan is to build about 100 of these this year and do human trials with them and calibrate and test and seek FDA approval with that device before moving on to smaller wearable devices. So that's cool. So when Ron was all worried about when they'd get a prototype built 2 months ago, it's done. They got a prototype built and it's ready to go. So that's awesome. Now you want outside? You just came in, you did a bunch of drugs, and now you want out? Is that what it is? All right, get the fuck out of here. He'll be back in 5 minutes, whining and scratching at the door again. Okay, where was I? Deck P. HW, the orchestrated anti-GME press makes North Korean propaganda look amateur, just saying. Yeah, I mean, did you guys see Jim Cramer try to spit out what was written on his paper about MMTLP today? It's like stumbling over his own tongue trying to like read whatever it was they paid him to read. And he's like, oh, these fools. MMTLP. Blame FINRA. They never want to blame themselves. And it was... dude needs to hold back on the old nose candy. Money over Mayo. New York looks like cinematic Mexico. Yes. Bill Coyne, Houston. So much for moving the Northeast to get away from natural disasters. Yeah, you're not going to be able to escape them anywhere. You're just going to get inundated with them forever. Justin Stewart, hey Houston, why is the government going after Roger Waters? Same show for years, yet now he's a Nazi, or they just don't like him being vocal about his dislike for Biden and Ukraine. I mean, it's multiple parts to it. One, probably because he's a Putinist dickbag. Two, no one likes him. Anyone who ever played with him, anyone who ever did a project with him, just hates the man's guts. He is very off-putting. And three, I think it's a combination of people being confused and not realizing that The Wall is an anti-fascist show, and he dresses as a fascist during the show, and people are just confused because they don't know context. But I think it's a combination of those things. People don't like him. People don't understand what the show's about, and people don't like him. Hoshi Gaming. Houston, what is happening with GME? I want my money to go back to Japan. I want to go eat and see more. Could be doing a rope-a-dope. I don't know. Just tiring those hedge funds out, making them spend more money shorting. I don't know. Whisper, happy birthday, Houston. You mentioned that you were a big fan of the first Matrix movie. Have you ever seen the Animatrix, an episodic anime that goes into events leading up to it creation and after? I have. I have seen the Animatrix. I like the Animatrix. My biggest beef is if you watched the second two Matrix movies, there's a young man who's like way too eager and like opie. He is just like, golly gee willikers, fellas. He is a character from the Animatrix. He's the kid who falls out of the building and wills himself awake as he's about to die in the Animatrix. And he's like this cool, chill high school kid. And in the movie, they make him this like goofball who is one of those things like you hire a 25-year-old to play a really innocent 12-year-old or something, and he's just like, golly gee willikers, everybody. And it's just that it's my least favorite character in all the Matrix movies. If they just made it like just some cool high school kid, been totally fine. But no, they just ruined him. I forget that. What's that ding dong's name? Let me see here. One sec. IMDb.com. Matrix Reloaded. Okay. It's gonna have that goofball's name in here somewhere. Let's see here. Go there. Go there. Go there. Nope. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that one. There we go. Okay. All right. Cast. You got the goofy kid. Okay. Neo, Trinity, blah, 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 Link, Soren, Persephone, Vector, Agent Johnson, Priscilla. Man, they won't even list this kid. All cast and crew. Okay. What was that kid's name? Young Thomas Anderson, Z, Abel, Malcolm Kennard, no, Agent Jackson, Keymaker, Mauser, Fume Captain, Link's nephew, Power Station Guard, Trinity's way down here. Beautiful Woman Lerai, Council Dillard, Officer, Young Thomas Anderson, Twin 1, Twin 2. I don't see that ding dong kid in here anywhere. Where is he? Where's that goofball? Malachi, no. Security bunker. I don't see that kid in here at all. Let's try the other one. Goofball kid. He does like Matrix Revolution, so that was Matrix Revolutions. Goofball kid, where are you? He's not popping up in the first group. All cast and crew. Clayton Watson? Is that the kid? Thank you. Kid. Yeah. This ding dong. This kid is supposed to be the one from that one. And just, oh my God. Such golly gee willikers awfulness. Just so bad. You were so bad at your role, buddy. And I'm not sure if it's your fault or if it's just the Wachowskis were like, we want you to be the dopiest fucking dude in the entire world. That's the case. You nailed it. Yeah. Oh, God damn it. On Trump. Okay. Don't see shit him. Hey, I'm still at work, but I hope you and all your fans and supporters are doing well. I probably pumped some quantum stocks on your Reddit tonight. Okay. Excellent. Andrew Stewart sent me... No, Aaron Salentine. Sorry, Aaron Salentine sent me screenshots of his way of getting his free share. Let's see here. Where was it? Messages. Gotta go down. Come on, Aaron Salentine. There we go. Okay. Can I make big? How do I make big? Oh, better go here. There we go. Okay. So Aaron sent me how he does this. Okay. Go back to here. So Accordia Therapeutics performed a 1-for-20 reverse split. A reverse split results in fewer outstanding shares, proportionally blah, 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 blah. Since he held 1 share, he now holds 0 shares. Acor is also rounding up fractional shares to receive 1 additional share in 1 to 2 days. Any pending orders buy or sell Acor were canceled due to this corporate action. So they basically... You did one for 20 split, right? Had 1 share, no new shares, and then all of a sudden give him 1 share in a couple of days. So, so if you'd bought 20 shares, you get 1 share, but he only bought 1 share and then was awarded the 1. So there you go. That's how he does it. It's a little Robin Hood loophole, and fantastic. Good on you, Aaron. Good on you. Okay, no intros went that time. We're good. Freaking. Okay. Where was I? Whisper, happy birthday, Houston. You mentioned you were a big fan. Oh, that's Matrix 1. I did that one. Ferris F wants to know when moon. Fuck if I know. Victor M. Houston, greetings from Cairo. Any thought on if Ryan Cohen will start attacking the shorts with possible crypto dividend? And do you think RC is honestly interested to MOASS GME? I think Ryan Cohen would love to see short hedge funds get obliterated. And I think he knows a MOASS would be the result of that. Or would result in that. Crypto dividend, not a clue. We've been speculating about that for a long time, and it has not come to fruition yet. So, I think it'd be a fantastic move. Throw crypto dividend in there, make it tradable on your own platform, and A, brings customers to your platform, and B, really screws with the shorts. So, and if you want to, like, even if you don't want MOASS result, you can offer that crypto dividend or the crypto coin that would represent the dividend for sale by your company, right? It's a security you could sell, raise a boatload of money, and never have to raise cash again. I mean, you could make it so that, like, oh yeah, you can buy one of these things for $30, right? Just buy it straight from the company for $30 and raise $30 billion. So why not take over the world? Master Bilbo, What about second intro? Also, do you... What do you think GMERC are trying to appear weak when actually strong? Rope-a-dope. They might be doing that. They might be like, oh, we're going to shake some shit up and make us appear like weak little weaklings, and then bam, 1-2 punch. So, yeah, could be doing rope-a-dope. Picklepotamus. Now the cat wants back in. Come on, dummy. Spend all the time yelling at me and then take forever to come in the door. There you go. Yep. You're back. Good job. Dog Mom Bigums has me excited for end of June. End of June is when all the rest of those swaps can't be swapped anymore, right? Come on. There we go. Cattail Karaoke Part 2. Oh, you're such a scratchy little dude. Okay. Dog Mom, thanks for doing the show today. Thank you. Just buys man to Hulk out of a shirt. I'm about to Hulk out of this thing. It is snug. Snug as a bug in a rug. Kalik Brown can't hear you. Uh-oh, Kalik. Oh, no, we can. Okay. GME, close to 20 million. Volume. Oh, we read that one. Duh. Michael Mystery, that shirt, no options. Looked like old Japanese, but glad it got one last stand. I think it is an old Japanese shirt, and it may have to become a museum piece after this. Why is the door making that clicking sound? Okay. Reset of the chat. KYP's here. Hello. Dillerman's Wharf. Glad to catch the show. Iglemon. It's not easy being green. All right. Denez2635. Any news on Stalking Horse? Not that I've seen yet. But nothing popping up on the most recent chat for Stalking Horse. Let's see if the internet has... anything popping up there? Nothing popping up there. News. I do tools. Sort by past hour. Nothing popping up for BBBYQ in the last hour. So nothing I've seen yet. ABC says no Stalking Horse filed yet. They have 2 days from the deadline to file it. Then what's the point of the deadline? Well, the deadline is actually 2 days from now. But this deadline lets you know that there's a deadline coming. So, you know, you get your deadlines in order. Silly. Okay, so apparently by Saturday, I guess. Okay. All right. Oh, you were all high on catnip and just a little lover. Luke Alexander, Houston, Jim Cramer, bad-mouthing MMTLP today has given me serious hope that something good will happen soon. Inverse Cramer in effect, that's for sure. GME is the plot to Caddyshack snobs versus slobs. Denez, Stalking Horse delayed June 14th. No, hope not. Hope it's not delayed again. But June 14th was supposed to be the date that all other bidders are supposed to submit their bids after the Stalking Horse. But if that's changed again, I mean, it just hurts me because my options expire on the 16th. I was really hoping to get that auction going on the 16th and we rock and roll. Oh, Cat, you are so in the way of everything. Just pick a spot, dude. Sure. Right there in front of half the screens. Good job. The OB, Houston. Happy birthday. Do the proceeds from the sale of BBYQ goes towards paying off debt liabilities before the shareholders get payout? Thanks. Yes. So the bid has to be more than 1.4 billion for us to have any hope of a payout. The liabilities, those go up for auction this month. So any expired leases or abandoned leases, things like that, get taken up by somebody else in that forum, and then those liabilities are gone. It's the 1.4 billion in bonds that they owe on. So the bids have to be above 1.4 billion for us to have any hope of getting payout. So like 450-ish million shares means a bid has to be about 1.9 billion for the stock to be $1 a share. That's a payout. So just estimate in your head, add 500 million to every price above 1.4 billion for $1 in share price. That's how I've been doing it in my head. Ethereal Wasteland, Houston. One of my favorite quotes of all time from you is about punching Nazis. Have you heard of Operation Paperclip? If not, you should look into it. Oh, everyone knows about Operation Paperclip. Operation Paperclip was when the U.S. tried to get as many scientists as they could out of Germany so that we could defeat the Russians in the space race, basically. And the Russians did the same thing. They took as many scientists as they could so that they could have their own, nuclear program and space race. So, yeah. Personally, I think you should just, shoot them to the moon. But everyone should put those guys on trial. But the problem was that if only one country put them on trial, then the other country had all the scientists that knew that stuff and had the advantage. And it was kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't type thing. Yeah, Operation Paperclip, they go into it really well in Hunters. That one. The first season of Hunters really laid out. Second season of Hunters seemed kind of rushed. Like, they had a plan for multiple seasons, and then they got told they're going to have one more. And so they, did a weird recap thingy in the middle of the show and then ended it. But they talk about Operation Paperclip and Van Braun and all the folks that worked on that stuff. Oh, the cat is out of his... He's totally hallucinating right now. His pupils are doing this. Oh, kitty. Dude. Oh, yep. You are out of your brains. Okay. Oh, did I bring you out of it by scratching your little fuzzy belly? Oh. Okay. Idiot Red Mustang. Do you really think billionaire Ryan Cohen cares about the little guy investors? Happy birthday. I don't trust any billionaires. But, I have to assume that what they want benefits them. And if I play along going for what they want, then that helps me, I guess. Dog Mom, call options always seem to be a way to lose money. Have you ever made money from call options? Seems like you're giving your money straight to the market makers. Oh, 4 out of 5 times call options are a loss. And then that one time you win bigger than everything you lost. That's just the way it is. So, yeah. There are a lot of tickets. Total gambles. Unless you happen to work for Congress and then you can, load up on a whole bunch of Coinbase puts right before the SEC announced that they're going to do a massive investigation. Or load up on a whole bunch of NVIDIA calls right before the government announces that they're going to be paying chip manufacturers to do all their manufacturing here in the United States. We don't have insider information. They do, though. Daphne, what's your shirt size? Large. I usually, sometimes extra large is all right. Sometimes, the medium never fits me. But generally large. Large seems to work all right. Belgian Whale, can you buy options on No Labs? Well, they only went public. They only went to the NASDAQ last winter, so I don't know if they've got options chain set up yet. Let's see here. Let's see here. Can we get him on this? NW. No labs. Nope. They don't have an options chain yet. No options chain as far as I can see. Bum, bum, bum. Aaron Salty in Houston. So explain a stock split loophole. I sent you a message the other day showing you. I just did. Did I do it okay enough? Aaron Salentine, I definitely need to get your $10 from your 50-cent split. Hi, Aaron. Thanks for the Robinhood tip. It looks like it worked. Philip Clayton, do you think the mainstream media cares about us little guys, investors? Daphne, yes, sir. I want more. It's the first money I made on any investments in a long while. Adventures with Hunter. Last quarter, GME had positive earnings, but they didn't replace inventory sold. It made earnings appear better than they were. Oh, a little trickery of the accounting book. Aaron Salentine says, go to Google, type in stock split. Then there's a tab under that will say history, and it'll organize the articles of stock splits. There you go. There's people calling double intro. Dang it. Belgian whale, I'm in Crete. Now my favorite village, Placius. This is my retirement village. We're on the first scout to look if we can move here next year. Job you never know. What it costs to rent a home. Placius? Where's Placius? Go there. Turn you off, turn you on. And cat, you're in the way. I can't see. There we go. Placius, Greece. Let's go. Bam. Okay. Crete. Got a little village here. Got a sandy beach. It's kind of gray sandy beach. It's a tiny little town. Not very big at all. South facing. Pier Placius. I mean, it looks like a good little island to explore. I'd love to go to Crete someday. Korea. What's this? That deep blue sea. These are cool little anomalies right here. What are these? It's probably sonar anomalies in a grid pattern. Aliens talking to us. That's what that is. Oh, my internet's dying. Cool. That's why it's all going weird. Okay, so it says excellent connection, but I beg to differ. The excellent connection is not excellent connecting right now. It looks like no data. The stream will end shortly. Gosh, dang it. Is it doing it again? Ernest, are you downloading things? Cool. We get to experience the pixelated version of Houston's life as pixels. All right. I just messaged Ernest asking him if he's downloading lots of things. Jason, he did love that meme you made of him the other week. Hey, buddy. Ease off. Was it ease off on the World of Warcraft updates? Internet. Well, I'll wait for pixels to appear. Yo.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of my show.
Oh, I will stop.
Internet has disappeared. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. He was downloading lots of video game things. Okay. So, monkey butts. Pause those downloads. Okay. But anyway, Crete looks beautiful. Let's go someday. Clayton Watson. Oh, tell me Clayton Watson. Not gonna sell your house immediately. First, try it out in Crete. Excellent. Do that. PG Houston. Jobless claims at 2-year high of 261,000. Do you foresee another credit default spike in the coming months? More foreclosures? Thoughts? Yes. I mean, they added 300 and something thousand jobs to employment, but one of the things is that it appears a lot of people lost high-paying jobs and then had to take lower-paying service industry jobs instead. So yes, they're employed, but they're employed at a lower pay rate than they were before in a less specialized area. So a lot of folks are experiencing a loss of income. It's probably pretty significant. We've got adjustable rate mortgages coming to term and about to reset. We've got commercial mortgages and bonds worth nothing. We've got consumer debt at the highest it's ever been. Just absolutely, just after everyone was paid off debts during COVID, it just went through the roof. So yeah, I think we're going to see record bankruptcies. I think we're going to see a lot of corporate bankruptcies. We're going to see a lot of people defaulting on mortgages, both commercial and residential. Housing prices are going to drop, which for the moment, people are going to hold off on selling their homes because they'll be selling their homes for less than they paid for them back in 2021. And no one has the ability to pay a mortgage at 7% or more. But then there's going to be a glut of homes as foreclosures happen and those homes get sold short. So, it's coming. It's coming, PG. There's everyone making fun of me. Snort alert, Zen Houston Zen. Yeah. No, you're not going to get 5 intro plays. It's not happening. Piven, Houston, did you see the Las Vegas aliens in my backyard 911 call? Yeah, that was interesting because there was a falling object in the camera of the cops. And they said they wouldn't have gone to go to that call had they not seen the object in the sky as well. So, yeah, it was like 10-foot dude in the backyard and the cops were like, yeah, if you ever see that again, I'm not going to do anything about it. Chad Anderson, death taxes, double, triple intro. Jimmy D. My dad says, you do not need to wear an undershirt. Who wears undershirt? I wear an undershirt, Jimmy D, because I'm a sweaty monster. And if I don't wear undershirts, I would ruin every nice shirt I have. So undershirts are there purely as like a human tampon to make sure that my sweaty ass doesn't destroy my nice shirts. So there you go. I will destroy these shirts all day long, but not these ones. Well, except for this one, because I'm about to destroy this one to get it off of me. ABC stalking horse filing should be filed Monday. I mean, the courthouse documents said today at 5 p.m. Eastern, which was 45 minutes ago. So, but others are saying they have 2 days after that date. So maybe they file who the stalking horse is today, not the offer. I don't know. I've never had to pay this close attention before. Belgian whale just disappeared. I was reading. Okay, Belgian whale. I have 3 zero-value stocks in my account now. MMTLP placeholder, DTII dividend, and HNRC spinoff dividend. Market is working just fine. A whole lot of nothing. ABC, June 29th, June 30th is AMC settlement hearing 2. Okay. 88 Red Mustang. Philip Clayton, absolutely not. What does that have to do with, oh, never mind. That's just people having conversation. ABC, Teddy GMErica going active on July 4th. Aaron Salentine, CNVS doing a 1 for 20 reverse split, 25 cents buy now. So that becomes a $5 stock afterwards. So you buy for 25 cents, buy one of them for 25 cents, and then you get a $5 stock out of it. All right. Diablo servers are down, so I guess I'll try and learn something. Atheist believer, you're a geek. This is boring. Well, shovel off, my friend. I mean, you've got plenty of options out there, things to watch. You don't have to be here, by all means. Or you can ask questions and, I don't know, be more bored. Aaron Salentine, another reverse split. WETG, a 3-cent stock, doing a 185 to 1. All right. What did that become? 185 becomes like $5-something. Where's my calculator? Clear. 185 times 0.03. $5.55. Okay. All right. What are these? So it was CNVS and WETG. Interesting. Get our free shares. For 28 cents, you'll make about $10. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Choose Miami, June 14th. It's a hearing date change, nothing to do with Stalking Horse. Okay. Michael Steegs, Houston. Are they allowed to short after hours on GME? If so, why don't they do this all the time? You do it after hours because you can't trigger SSR and after hours shorting. So you can short as much as you want after hours and just clobber the thing and not have to face any SSR short sale restrictions. That's why they do it. Entirely why they do it. Nancy was one of the most successful call options gamblers. Yeah. I mean, if you know exactly what's going to happen due to regulations or government contracts, etc., you are going to win every single time you place call options. In those call options, they multiply so quickly, so you can 10x every single one of them, basically, without abandon. And you can just make money after money after money after money. Artemis, love you to talk to Crazy Cat. And that sound you make to him, it's the exact sound mama cats make to their kittens. I don't know if you knew that, but I think it's adorable. What, little guy? Yeah, look at you, little goober. He's like passed out between my two monitors right now, blocking the bottom portions of both of them. Total Trinity, how accessible will mass that can survive outside New York City right now, let alone Eastern Seaboard? I mean, if you are going outside when the sky is that orange, you want to be wearing a full like N100 respirator, like something to be using if you're mixing chemicals in your garage to recycle gold, something like that. Because the particulate matter is so dense, it's incredible. You can make one of those boxes where you take the filters and you attach it to a box fan. And you make a little cube of them, and it just recycles the air for you. Those suckers work really well. Will Carwile, we're all fighting for green beans and oxygen. Government and media doesn't care about us peasants. They do not. Moon Vlogs, heart. Donkey Donks, Daphne, same reverse split with Turka Happen and Weeble. PPARP04, what's the picture you're going to put up on the side to let everyone know you've been bought? No, if I'm ever purchased, anyone ever pays what I think I'm worth. Cat, you're in the way. I can't see. Let's go to Earth. There we go. Which one was it? It was this one, I think. Kanji Breathless. Yeah. When you see that picture, right where Don's wife's book ad is, that is a sign that you can't trust anything that comes out of my mouth anymore. That have been purchased, that I have sold out, and I'm living my best life. And you know what? I'll still talk about things, but I may be like, I can't talk about that. I signed an NDA. If you have certain stuff. So, you'll know I've sold out when that appears. That'll be the sign. I'll let you all know. Michael O'Hara, once you go to Crete, you get stuck in Crete. Moon Vlogs. Hello, host. Hello, Moon Vlogs. Chris Alves looks like scrambled porn days. Trying to jerk off to the to the scrambled. Oh my God! Remember those days? I think I saw a boob. It was like trying to get off to, I don't know, dirty radio or something, because you could never really hear things. You could never see it. What is this? It's me on show. Max Headroom cosplay show. Yes. Yes. Apparently, Webull does not work. It only works with Robinhood. Okay. All right. And Michael David, I don't know if it's true. The rumor mill says the FDIC plans to file for Chapter 2 bankruptcy tomorrow evening. Talk about bank runs if true. What? What is Chapter 2? I've never heard of Chapter 2 bankruptcy. Chapter 2 bankruptcy. Chapter 7. Chapter 7. Chapter 11. Chapter 12. There's 6 chapters of bankruptcy, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15. Chapter 12 bankruptcy? You gotta type the 1 in there? I don't see a chapter 2. Different types of bankruptcy explained. Chapter 7, 9, 11, 12. First one bankruptcy designed for family farmers. Nope, not that one, not 12. Apparently there's only 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, and 15. Foreign debtors, wage earner, farmers, organization. 9 bankruptcies, bankruptcy municipalities, cities, towns, counties, school districts. So that's not that one. So I don't, Michael, it must be a rumor because I don't know what a chapter 2 is. Quit resetting chat. I'm trying to read this. Okay. Donkey donks. When I played many times, swing and always leave a lucky share for future plays. Boom. T-Bolts, could IEP be a Ponzi scheme? I don't know necessarily how it would be a Ponzi scheme because they aren't selling new shares. They're selling existing shares, and they got to get approval from the SEC to file to sell more shares. So it would imply that they're taking money from investors and then handing them out to previous investors via these dividends. But that's not how traditional Ponzi schemes work. Like, you're buying a stock. You're not investing in a hedge fund where you're like, oh, he's a member of a hedge fund and the hedge fund buys stocks. You're buying actual shares of another company's stock that happens to own other companies. So I don't know how it's working as a Ponzi scheme. The returns are insane. I'll admit that. And they make you go, what the hell? Because before it was 18.8% return. Right now it's like 35 to 40% return since they got shorted. So it's a hell of a time to buy. I mean, you have $1 million, you're going to be making $400,000 a year off of that $1 million. That is a hell of a return. Granted, the stock price may go up again, may go back to $50 a share where it was, and then be back to 18.8%. But then you just like doubled the value of your stock. So you'll have $2 million in stock rather than $1 million, and still be making a killing. So, I'm sure the ICANN family is fuming, and they're now on a mission to destroy. Elegantly Wasted. An excellent NXS album, by the way. That's I love that album. Houston, out of curiosity, didn't we have the Roaring 20s before the Great Depression? We did. And I think we did what roaring we can. And it's going to come down hard. Daphne's Be Big doing a reverse split, or did that happen already? It happened already, unless they're doing it again. My $1,000 Be Big stock is now worth, what, $2? Let's see here. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's just see how much I got hosed by Be Big. Apparently, there's going to be like a giant lawsuit against Be Big's leadership. Okay. Click on that one. And Be Big. Oh, sorry. It's how much is it worth? $2.18 per share. My cost average for my 8 shares that after the reverse split is $106. $109. Yeah, Be Big, you guys suck. Jeez, man, talk about fumbling the bag so hard. Just, yeah, those guys. Hope he gets sued into oblivion. You guys dropped it just so hard. Yeah. Bo got smoked 28. Just noticed GME got smoked out of its arse today. Well, it got smoked out of its arse yesterday at its close. Well, Carwile, I'm sure my BBYQ 50 cent calls will evaporate just like my GME 25 June 16th calls. Yeah. Come on, dudes. Just get an offer in there. Just one offer. That's all I'm asking. Push that 50 cents over and let's get it. Monkey Butt's knocked out. Monkey Butt had a really long day of standing in the sunshine while I murdered blackberries. I think I sweat more yesterday than I ever have in my entire life. It was like 90 degrees yesterday. I cut blackberries for hours and just melted. Between yesterday morning and this morning, I was down 4 pounds. So it was very hot outside. But the blackberries getting murdered. I'm getting sliced to bits. The monkey cam froze. That's why Monkey looked passed out, because the monkey cam froze. Monkey, it's okay. You're frozen. I think I'm just losing blood. That's why I'm losing weight. Quit resetting chat. Drives me up the wall. Okay. There it is. Okay. Ryan Priestley, Houston. Thanks for the show. Keep up the good work. I got some IAP calls after it crashed early May. Feels like a tangential play. Go GME and BBY. What are your thoughts? I think it's a pretty good thought, because if they make good again with the next quarter's dividend at $2 a share, the price is going to go up. And yeah, so I think it's a decent play for sure. And the price is down, what, $30? What is $20? IEP. $27. So had bottomed out. Let's see here. 6 months. Whoops. Bam. So, $50, pretty steady. $50. Get hit by the shorts. Bam, 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 bam. It bottomed out at $20.63. Damn, son. That $20.63. That's less than 50% of the price. It's 40% the price of where it was. And this is offering a $2 dividend per quarter. So that's $8 a year. I need to do the math here to show you what that means. I get you turn off Chrome. Bing. Got a calculator. Okay. $8 a year. 8 divided by 20. That's 40% return. 40%. So if you have $1 million, right, times 0.4 is $400,000 a year in returns if you bought it $20. So if you're getting and if you take that million, right, and you put it back in, right, so plus 1 million means the next year you would be making 800,000. Wait, that's not right. 1 4 1 4 1 2 3 4 5. All right, times 0.4 means you're making $560,000 the next year. You put that sucker back in. So you're at almost $2 million now. Now you're at almost $800,000 a year in just 3 years of investing that $1 million. So you're about to double your money on year 4. Because year 4, you add that sucker to your original 1 point, was it 9 something? I already forgot. So you're at 2.6 million times 0.4. Yeah, now you're over $1 million a year in year 4. So there you go. It's redonkulous. It's recalculous is what it is. So T-Bolts, is it a Ponzi scheme? That's the question, but it's hard to make a Ponzi scheme when you aren't taking in new investors via selling stock to folks. Like the stock that's out there is out there. They're not selling any new stock to anybody. So if you aren't selling new assets, how is it a Ponzi scheme? That's what I want to know, right? Anyways, it's providing ridiculous returns right now at the price of $20 a share. Went up a little bit, so it's at 27. So you aren't quite getting that deal you were getting at the end of May. But yeah, that's holy smokes. Are you making a lot of money off that? Well, I lost my spot. That was Ryan Priestley. Crud. Where? How did I lose my spot? Okay, that's IAP. Belgian whale. I had a fresh red grouper today at Tasmanolis Fish Restaurant. So good. Trying to make me jealous here. Georgia Herd Boop. Hello. Hello, Georgia Herd. Great Belgian whale. Happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to everybody. Black Udon, are bribe NDAs even enforceable? No. You get bribed to shut up or help manipulate stock or whatever, and you sign an NDA saying, "Oh, I won't talk to him about this." Go to the SEC, file a whistleblower report, and get paid twice. Because if they find if the evidence you gave them is like, "Hey, these guys are breaking the law by paying me off to manipulate the stock," they will levy a decent sized fine, probably not as big as it should be, because we all know they should get fined out of existence. But then you get a huge percentage of it from the federal government. So you might as well get paid twice. Once by the evil people and twice when the evil people get fined. I'll take all that money. Why not? Georgia Herd Charity Tuesday, a small charity that fills a void where no other help is available. They refurb used cars. They are safe, stable, and sell at their cost. They are legit registered. Georgia, message me the name of them. I'll check it out. Where? Dennis 2635 Lost Line B Big. Still haven't sold though. I'm down 90%. Yeah, I'm down more than that. I think my $1,000 investment is worth like $17 now. Woo! Yay! Way to go, B Big. Yogi, I get charged $38 by TD with every reverse split. That is insane, Yogi. What? That should not cost you a dime. I think in those reverse split filings, they say at no cost to the investor. Why are they charging you? I'd call and yell at somebody, Yogi. Ehab Hamweed, probably waiting for your calls to expire, then we run. That's usually how it goes. Expires, news, to Rocket City. Elegant Wasted, what broker will allow you to purchase BBYQ shares? I bought some on Fidelity. They won't let me buy call options, but they did let me buy shares. Aaron Salentine, do not do an E-Trade reverse split trick. They will scam you with fees. Noted. Michael David Houston. Sorry, Houston meant to say FDIC is talking about filing a Title II tomorrow night. Okay. Title II. Title II. FDIC. Title II provides claims process to assert claims against defaulting financial company and a series of rules to allow for liquidation of assets and the payment of claim holders according to a list of priority payments. So it's part of Dodd-Frank Orderly Liquidation Authority. So under Title II, bankruptcy is the first resolution option in the event of a failure of systemic financial company. This is from FDIC. Oops, that's calculator. There we go. All right. Adobe. Seriously? One sec. All right. Apparently I don't. What the hell? I can't remember my crap. Adobe, quit asking me for 1, 2. One second, I was making me reset my password. Oh, I'm not gonna give my email. Fucking buttholes and Gmail. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna reset my password, and it's gonna be like, you can't make your password your previous password. God damn it! Yeah, not use previous password. Thanks a lot. I can't type. All right, that's not a previous password. Okay. Ow. There we go. Okay. Now I gotta type it again. Hey, okay, now I can move on, right? Finally log in. To help. Can we do it now? There we go. Now we can read Title II Resolution Strategy. Legal framework, Title I Prudential Oversight and Registration. I've got a splinter in my finger. Cool. That's probably a thorn. Title II, 5 key elements, applicable appointment, blah, 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 blah. Tab 1, 2 relationships. On Tab 2, Tab frank bankruptcy's first resolution upon the event of a failure systemic financial bankruptcy. To make this prospect achievable, Tab 1 of the Act requires that all large systemic financial companies submit living wills to demonstrate how they would be resolved under bankruptcy code. You got to submit your will because they're going to kill you. This will enable both the firms and regulators to understand and rationalize parts of Sci-Fi's business that are not suited for bankruptcy and take the necessary steps to address impediments so they can peel off things. Okay. The objective is to have a credible plan demonstrating how resolution under bankruptcy code would be orderly and not pose systemic risks. So bankruptcy, limited potential, systemic financial, blah, blah. Planning, special process trigger, 1 day stay on derivatives netting, minimum payments, blah, blah, blah. So I got to look at how stable they are, or stability in the financial system. Consider the effects of seizing one of these companies. Huh, all right. So Title 2. We'll see where it goes from there. And it says my internet is slow again. Comcast came, they upgraded my service, they gave me a new modem, and still, just, A passing cloud IEP would compound even faster since it pays quarterly. Yeah, get $2 a quarter, you get 25% of that a quarter. You can compound that sucker real quickly. Basically, you're adding 10% to your entire value every quarter. So yeah, it compounds really quickly. Georgia Heard, what I message you, thanks. You can message me on Twitter at @TheHoustonWade, or message me via Reddit, which, what's my Reddit? Is it Houstman? I think my Reddit is user Houstman. Houstman. And that should work. Lee Meadows, Houston, where can I send you a DM? Tried on Twitter, but not going through. I get all my DMs on Twitter, unless maybe you're sending to a fake Houston. A couple of those have been popping up recently. Scammers that try to pretend to be me. One of them had me fooled. They put like I don't know, I just made it Houston, IN, I didn't see it, and I was like, what? That looks like me. Yeah, you should be able to message me. I get them all. I get all, even the stuff that's in the requested chats. I check all those. 90% of those are people sending me OnlyFans links, or they're sending me that they're lonely and they want to give me stock advice, whatever. They really like having the pretty Asian ladies message me like, just hi. Okay, random lady from Hong Kong who's actually some dude from Philippines. Yeah, Georgia, you can that should be on Reddit. User @Houstman. Okay. Yeah, my Twitter here. Houston's Twitter account. Oops. Go there. Copy. Bam, my Twitter account. Aaron South in Houston. So go type the good news that is on Carvana. The short squeeze triggered on the news, and also MVIS is short squeezing on the AI hype at $7 right now. We're looking to run to 20. Okay. More stuff happening. Carvana is a crazy one. Like, I was reading about people that were making $400,000 a year just selling hunks of garbage to Carvana. So like they just buy a car at auction for like $2,000, sell it to Carvana for $6,000, and they just did that over and over and over again. And somehow I guess Carvana's selling those cars to somebody for more than $6,000. Yeah. But if you're selling that many cars in a state, though, generally you have to get your own broker license. I think it's 4 cars a year, and then you've got to get like bonded and stuff in Washington. Yeah. Carvana did $50 million in profit earns call this morning. Jumped 20 in 20 shares, $18 average. Buy some shares now after hours. Word. Am I caught up? Holy crap! I'm caught up in a daytime show. I still have a freaking thorn in my finger, and I keep touching things with it. And get out of my hand, buddy. How? Come to YouTube. Watch Houston try to squeeze a thorn out of his finger. The most exciting show on the internet. Oh, I got it. That's right, you jerk. Get out of my hand. Okay. Okay. I'm all caught up. Fat cat, what are you doing? You were just a useless pile of cat. Yes, you are. Oh, yeah, look at that belly. Oh, look at that belly. Yes. What a little guy. Oh, you're so fuzzy. Okay. No, we're all here for some kind of squeeze, Houston. Well, let's squeeze everything. And the squeeze little fat cat belly. It's just so fat. It's just such a fat belly. It is, and your nurples are so nurply. How'd you get so many nurples, huh? How'd you get so many nurples? JL cat tarot karaoke. Sorry, I'm late to the party. There were 2 cat tarot karaoke's today. Right? Right, you little snot? Yeah. He is catnipped out, man. I could do chest compressions on him like I'm doing CPR, and he would just be like, cool. One-man pump. BBYQ bought more. Get it. I should have bought more instead of my GME call options, that's for sure. Yeah, no one get call options. I think you've got to be like an accredited investor or something to be able to get call options at this point. Just getting messages fail to send. I'm sorry, Lee. Try my Reddit at Hustman or you Hustman. User Hustman. That's my Reddit. Subreddit takes a long time to send me notifications, so sometimes I get those instantaneously. I just get them. It takes like an hour for the push notifications to come in. No, crazy how people in New York won't wear a face mask during the worst era of the century. Yeah, it looks worse than the 1970s. 1970s New York was disgusting. Get EPA out there regulating emissions and stuff. All of a sudden, get blue skies, not brown skies. But no, Canada is really on fire, and quite so. Let's see if we can do a wildfire map. Interactive map. All right, what we got for me? Well, there's Canada. June 8th. Give me a map as well. Natural versus Canada. Forest, fire, fire. Yeah, fire. Fire. Show me the fire. Show me some fire. I know everything's on fire. Why don't you show me fire? What a terrible map. You show me everything is, but no fire. What does that even mean? Retrieve map? Canada's on fire, and so is, but their map is not on fire. Okay, let's go back. Do you have better maps out there? Here, maybe NASA can do it for us. Okay, I understand. Well, there we go. There's some fires. Well, look at that. Okay, so we got fires all over. Active fires larger than 1,000 acres. So we got Florida, Alabama, New Orleans, New Mexico, and Arizona, and one in Idaho that are big. But none in Canada larger than 1,000 acres. But Canada has 8 million acres that are on fire right now. How are none of these larger than 1,000 acres? Well, here's smoke from Canada. There we go. So bad smoke right now looks like it's off of New Jersey coast. We got some really bad smoke in Pennsylvania. And then, but the whole eastern seaboard is just covered, isn't it? Huh. And we're doing all right here. Sweet. The wind's blowing elsewhere. That's what I like to see. Make it everyone else's problem, not mine. I don't want to have to breathe this crap in again. But the wind will change by August, and then it'll be all up and down the West Coast. And California catches on fire right around then, and all hell breaks loose. It looks like northern BC sucks. A couple of sucky spots in Quebec. But where's most of the smoke coming from here? Like, is this the originator for all this? These little fires doing all this? I don't know. Huh. Interesting. Curious. Looks like Blade Runner 2. It does. Blade Runner 2049. Bex Houston, happy birthday. Are you planning on doing rock hounding this summer? Rebuild your stash? I hope to do some. I mean, we got the Aurora up and running, but that's not a adventure vehicle. I need to get a new war rig to really truly go rock hounding. Otherwise, I'm parking way too far from things, and I won't be able to carry them back. I can find stuff like, that's cool. I hiked for 2 days to get here on a logging road, and now I can do nothing about it. So, I need a working war rig. No, the entire area that's on fire apparently burns extremely quickly. Rate of spread is about a meter a minute instead of slower 1 to 3 minutes per meter. So it's just ripping through this stuff. Dang. Lots of pine trees and rocks in Canada. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty quick. Not as quick as the Paradise Fire in California, where it was burning 100 acres a minute or something, was how fast it was expanding. Just 80-mile-an-hour winds. Absolutely nuts. Josh Pep House is here. And I'm still at the end of the chat. I've got 40 minutes left, and my armpit hole... Look at that thing. Look at the size of that armpit hole. Goodness gracious. This shirt is like a tube. I'm like wearing a tube sock. Okay. Citizen 54, why aren't we using drone tech to monitor and look out for wildfires? We've got satellites. We've got tons of satellites to do it. Yeah, so we can do... Where's that NASA satellite one that we were at? Was here. Firms. Because I use this. Well, let me go expand. I can only go in North America. Man. Hey, did you guys see the weather in Puerto Rico? So Puerto Rico, it's got fires going on here. 125 degrees yesterday in Puerto Rico. Now, I know it's subtropical, tropical. But you're surrounded by so much ocean. You're generally, and you only get 12 hours of sunshine a day. You're generally relegated to a certain window of temperature climb. Like 125 is insane for the Caribbean. Caribbean's a hot, warm place, but not that hot and warm. Absolutely inhuman conditions in Puerto Rico right now, especially when a lot of folks still don't have electricity after Maria. So they don't even have a way to air condition. You're gonna have folks just dropping dead in Puerto Rico. Whoops, I'm looking at the wrong place. That's Puerto Rico. Sorry. That's Dominican Republic's on fire, but Dominican Republic is facing the same temperatures, 125 degrees. Nothing burning in Puerto Rico though, thankfully. But that's nuts. Just bonkers. A lot going on in Mexico. I wonder if these are controlled burns. These might be controlled burns for farming or something. But 1,400 acres out here in Florida. What about this one? Where's the other one? Major. 5,000 acres in Florida. Burning all their bogs. Panhandle, what do you got for me? 3,000 acres. 6,000 acres. Dang, son. And this one's Mississippi? Yeah. 1,000 acres in Mississippi burning. Well, there you go. Everything's on fire. The world's on fire. The world's ending. There we go. It's ticking time. Houston ticking time bomb. Yeah. Aaron Salentine, why naked short if this risk is the stock destroying your short position? Carvana is about to cross $25 after hours. Tomorrow is going to be lit. Okay, so you keep shorting because you can't afford to buy back. That's why. You keep shorting because that's the only thing you can do. You can't afford to buy back, so you may as well try to drop it as much as you can to hopefully stave off the margin calls. That's why you do it. But that's what they've been doing the entire time. Is that they, rather than closing positions, they just short more. Again. It's a never-ending cycle of shorting too much. Yes. But if what's max pain on Carvana? Carvana max pain. $12 is max pain for Carvana. So right in here. $13 maybe for the 9th. Max pain is $13. And the stock price is at 25. So you're going to get a hell of a gamma on Monday. Man, what are Monday Carvana calls? Come on, give me that. Come on. Yeah, 24.75 after hours. Options for next Friday. Yeah, $300 for an in the money. Buy a bunch of those. Looks like it's going to cross pretty high tomorrow. I might do some calls for next week just to see what I can get out of it. All right, cool. Good to know. Keep my eye on Carvana tomorrow. And if it closes high, then Monday, baby. Citizen 54, Florida is begging for workers to return. DeSantis does it again. I think it's hilarious that they had the Republican legislators have that meeting where they're like, look, guys, we only wanted to like scare them, but not scare them so much they'd leave so we couldn't have our farms or buildings built anymore. Oops. I mean, you got grocery stores going empty because truckers refuse to drive to Florida. You've got farms having to burn their crops because no one's there to pick it. You've got billions of dollars of construction that's halted because there's no one to do the construction. Oops. DeSantis' approval ratings are now negative 19. He's 19% underwater on his approvals. So he's managed to thoroughly destroy. What's the go woke, go broke, go fast, lose cash? Is that where we're at right now? Yeah. 54, DeSantis versus Newsom 2028 would be a great spectacle, but DeSantis will burn and fail by then. DeSantis will be a where are they now by 2028. People are like, whatever happened to the DeSantis guy? Where is he now? And he'll be like on Fox News or something yelling at people. Miss T with a T. Hello. Lee Meadows, sorry for the random Reddit name. I just made an account quickly. Okay. I'm going to check it. It's going to be like Giant Penis Man 49. Lee Meadows, sorry for the... Okay, sorry. William Morgan, Gary Gensler, the chair of the Securities Exchange Commission, was charged with market manipulation earlier today. What? Charged? Accused of market manipulation. But this is from Crypto TV Plus, so my guess is that's not a real Crypto TV Plus. Is it going anywhere? Is that website open? Well, we'll just gotta wait and see if it will open. There we go. Okay, whoa. All right. This is quite the website here. Where are you? Okay, Lightning Labs. Gary Gensler offers serve. I don't see anything that says anything about... I saw that Gary Gensler offered to serve as Binance advisor back in 2018. Pretty funny, they rejected him. And then, like, if you're going to reject somebody from being an advisor for your company, don't reject them, especially when they go on to become the SEC chair and then you do a bunch of crimes. So they're definitely going to come after you. I don't see that anywhere about Gensler being accused of manipulation. Is there another one? News. SEC chair. If it's this Crypto TV Plus thing, I'm going to wait for something a little more recent. Past hour. No, nothing yet. Nothing there. Qatar stuff. Houston, we believe them when it said GME was over 100% shorted. Why don't people believe when it says GME is only 20% is shorted today? Largely because they never closed their short positions. So, I mean, the price never went up in a way that suggested they were closing short positions. So they haven't. And it's self-reporting. We don't have a standard mandatory reporting, and a lot of folks just don't report their shorts anymore. Plus, they're selling naked, and if they're selling naked, there's nothing to report. The short interest is only for borrowed shares. Like, how much are you borrowing? And if you aren't borrowing any, then you're just selling naked. Then who cares? That's what happens. What happened when it was over 100% was the shorts got so brazen that they just didn't care. And all of a sudden they went, oh my gosh, we did this too much. Citizen 54, is MMTLP play now dead, or are we in the holding pattern? My portfolio is just meme plays at this point. No, it's not dead. I have a feeling Rose is going to file something before her, was it the 15th deadline she has? So look forward to that. The fact that they're paying Jim Cramer to talk about MMTLP and badmouth it is a sign that we're on the right track. The fact that that Wall Street Journal published an article after interviewing, apparently he interviewed a bunch of people on the other end of the play, on our end, or on our end of the play. They only published quotes and things from people who shorted the company. And the dude Alexander, whatever his name is at Wall Street Journal, is buddy with Ari Rubin and Professor James Angel at Georgetown, the inventor of payment for order flow and dark pools. And those guys are sketchy as fuck. So there's a total hit piece. Speaking of Wall Street Journal, I was in the Wall Street Journal today. They wrote an article with a little blurb about a story I had in there. So that's fun. So I was working at this pub, I don't know, probably 14 years ago now. And there's this guy, Paxton. Paxton was a fresh new college graduate from Washington State University. It was summertime, so he's home from school, gets a job at the pub. And he's working as like a host, a barback or something. He's probably 23, 24 years old. And through the summer and the fall, he's working like every Sunday. Every Sunday he works all day from, 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. or something. And at one point in the fall, his mom calls. She calls the manager. She's like, "Hi, this is Paxton's mom. I just want to let you know that like Paxton's a really big Seahawks fan, and it's just killing him that he works on Sundays and can't watch the Seahawks. It's, I was just wondering if you could like change his schedule for him." And the manager, she's like, "Have Paxton grow a set of nuts and call and talk to me himself about it." Click. His schedule didn't change. Yeah. Good times. So anyways, they included, it was an article about parents who helicopter parents who hold their children's hand in the workplace too much and like destroy their children's chances of progress as a result, because they're like, bosses are like, "Whoa, who's the adult here? Definitely not your kid." Anyways, they've included a little paragraph there, which I thought was funny. Was the reporter, she interviewed me for like an hour about this story. Called me, I think, 3 times to like verify facts about it, and then it was like 2 sentences. "Houston Wade, 42 of Seattle, Washington." Good stuff. That's how journalism sort of should work. And it was on a puff piece about helicopter parents. Meanwhile, the Alexander dude talked to dozens of people on our side of the spectrum. Didn't quote tweet any of them, or didn't quote any of them. Didn't tell any other side of the story. Just basically like, "These people are stupid. This guy says so." Who's short on the company? Julius Miami GME general meeting to be June 15th. Yeah. Cat, quit moving stuff around. Come on, dude. Oh, I know. It's a rough one. You did a bunch of drugs and then you got to sleep. It's like you have a problem. It's like you've got a problem, dude. All right. I'm at the end again. We're at the end of the chat. And anything else to add in there? I found out the article was published because my mom texted me. My mom is she's like me. She reads everything. Mom. She writes, "You're quoted in the Wall Street Journal today," and then sent me a picture of the quote. There it is. Seattle, Washington. Houston Wade, 42, recalls working at a restaurant where a coworker's parent called the manager asking to reschedule her son's shifts so he could watch Sunday football games. Word got around and the employee became a laughingstock. His schedule stayed the same. There's three phone calls, at least an hour conversation for that one paragraph. There's one sentence. No, 2 sentences. 2 sentences. I love it. All right. Guitar stuff. MMTLP proved to me that synthetic shorts exist, but I question whether GME shorts will ever have to close. That's pin that one on the fridge. I totally should frame it, put it up there. Time Houston made it to the Wall Street Journal. That's the thing, is will they ever be forced to close? And until there's either a giant financial crisis that makes everything come to a head, or until the rules are changed by the SEC or the laws are changed by the Congress, no, they'll never be forced to close. Oh, excuse me. As long as they're allowed to currently manipulate, they'll continue to manipulate. And we'll be sitting here in this holding pattern, waiting forever for anything to happen. And that may just be forever. But I think when the collapse happens, Europe officially entered a recession today, which means we're not going to be too far behind from declaring one ourselves. When that stuff comes to a head and we get zapped, we might see how this collateral all works out, how these folks manage the loss of the value of their assets compared to the stocks they shorted. I don't know, but I have a feeling that not much is going to happen until Congress or SEC does something about it. Since 54, the PGA has sold out to the Saudis. I did not see that coming. I hope there is hell to pay. Such a BS move. I don't know if the Federal Trade Commission is going to allow the Saudis to buy the PGA. I don't know if that's going to happen. It was interesting, though. There was a Truth Social, what do they call them? A truth that they fired off, that Donald Trump fired off last year. Basically saying, like, all of you golfers in the PGA who didn't sign a LIV contract, when LIV finally buys a PGA, you're all screwed. That, to me, that tweet alone from a guy whose courses are on the LIV tour would establish to me that there is antitrust violations at play, and would be enough reason alone to say, no, the Saudis can't buy the PGA. Yeah. Guitar Stuff, Girk has a running prediction going that we'll be in official recession in the next 4 weeks. I can believe that. Yeah. I can believe that. Leave my governor alone. Everyone would love to have him be left alone. Just be alone somewhere, DeSantis. You and Ken Griffin can hang out together. But no, Guitar Stuff, I think Girk might be nailing that one. We got a little bit of pop this week because they came to a debt ceiling resolution last minute. But, MS, it's ironic there weren't FTDs, and we could, if there weren't, I can't read. Sorry, MS, I'm gonna try again. Blah, blah, blah. She sells seashells by the seashore. It's ironic that if there weren't FTDs and we could MOASS, we would pump the economy and equities and pay the government money. I guess they like crime better. Oh, seriously, like, let's just do GME for a moment. Let's go back to the calculator. Come on, the old calculator. Let's just figure out. So most people who have GME at this point are long-term. Some are still short holding. They buy more as time goes on. So let's say that the average tax gets paid is like 25%. Okay, so 0.25. We are multiplying that by how many shares out there? 300 million. Well, our math was showing before split, there'd be about 800 million to a billion shares, probably maybe 4 billion shares, fake shares out there. So let's say 4 billion, right? 4 billion shares. And let's say that the price does go to an average of $1,000 a share. Maybe more. So times $1,000 a share. Whoops, one too many. And that is going to give us $1 trillion in taxes. Right there. Off of just GameStop. If it goes for $1,000 a share average for those 4 billion short shares in existence. So the government could get $1 billion. That's 25% of their entire operating budget for 1 year off of one stock MOASSing. At, let's face it, really pedestrian prices. Because most people are holding for much, much, much more than that. Because $1,000 would have been the average sale price for MMTLP had that happened. So they could have gotten $1 trillion out of MMTLP folks. So now we figure in all the other stocks, the Bed Bath and Beyonds, the GTIIs, the AMCs, etc. You could be looking at $5-10 trillion in tax windfalls if all those things were to squeeze at once. And literally, it would be the greatest wealth transfer in human history. Easily the greatest wealth transfer in human history. So here we are, not transferring any wealth, and the entire economy is suffering as a result, regardless. So like people are always scared, like, oh, hey, if MOASS happens, wouldn't that cause a recession? A recession is happening whether they MOASS or not. So who cares? Who gives a rip, right? That's where we are. Clips tickets wait for 2028. Sure, why not? Houston Web President 2028. It'll be me and Kenny G Breathless running. He'll be my running mate. B2B brand literally selling at the golfing establishment. Nothing is sacred. No. I mean, it just shows you that a bunch of rich billionaires will do anything for just a few more dollars, right? Like, you make a bunch of money. You've got a successful golf tour. You make all the money you want, but some Saudis come along and offer you just a pinch more money. You're like, yeah, okay. Might as well. I don't care that you cut up journalists with bone saws in Turkey. Yeah. Gov taxes, capital gains. They do. Red-eyed Jedi. Hey, Houston. Do you watch softball? My Sooners are going for their third straight championship. I was watching it. The UW women got knocked out after making a hell of a run. They weren't expected to go that far. So they have quite a few underclassmen on theirs. But yeah, I bet the Sooners are going to win. They're playing the Volunteers. It is Florida State. No. It's Tennessee. Wait. Florida State for Tennessee Women's College World Series semifinals. That was 2 days ago. No. Oklahoma versus Florida State. So Florida State's in there. All right. Get it. John Vasquez, time's up for Mother Earth. We need to take care of her now. And are we going to? No. Because the powers that be, it's like, oh, it's really expensive to like fix things. So let's not fix things and just let them run the way they run forever until we all die. And then we go, oh shit, shouldn't have done it that way. Hindsight's 2020. That's how we are. Messi picked Miami over Saudis. He's going to Miami? What? Messi enjoys Inter Miami. Full schedule MLS tickets. Well, dang. We're going to have some Messi. Man, you thought sellouts at what's it called? Lumen Field now, where the Sounders play, were big before. Just wait until Messi's there. Goodness gracious. Not question really. Soccer legend Lionel Messi chooses Miami. Man. Well, not everything can go wrong for Florida all at once. But Messi, hopefully he's renting and not buying. Let's say it that way. Baby Brand, you talk about the drilling samples from close to mantle. Also, volcano go bloop. You probably did. I did not talk about the volcano going bloop. Yeah. There's an awesome summit eruption happening at Kilauea right now. And of course, I'm not there for it. And yeah, they drilled down in the oceanic crust. Okay. So they're drilling on the ocean, and what's where the crust is the most thin. And dude, I already subscribed. Just let me sign in. Why can't these newspapers ever remember me? And I pay for subscription fees for all this bullshit. Just remember me, you dickbags. Yeah, sign in. Go. What? Ah! Now I gotta sign in. Check my email. Blah, 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 blah. No, 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 no. No, not that one either. Not that one. Not that one. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, crap. There. Ugh. Where did... I just lost it. Cool. There it is. Okay. This one, I want to sign in with one click. There we go. Can I finally read my article? There. Jesus Christ. Make it so friggin' hard for me to read the articles for the stupid descriptions I have. All right. In geological triumph, scientists drill a window into Earth's mantle. So out in the ocean, the crust is really thin. It's dense, really thin, and it's a lot like the crust can be 100 miles thick in some places in the continents, big fluffy continents. But the stuff that gets pumped out of the oceanic crust is quite thin. So they've been drilling out in the ocean. So underwater mountain in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, scientists have drilled nearly a mile beneath the ocean floor and pulled up unprecedented scientific bounty, pieces of Earth's rocky mantle. The record-breaking achievement has electrified geoscientists who for decades have dreamed of punching through miles of Earth's crust to sample the mysterious realm that makes up most of the planet. The heat-driven churn of the mantle is what fuels plate tectonics in the crust, giving rise to mountains, volcanoes, and earthquakes. A new expedition by ocean drilling vessel called the Joids Resolution did not technically drill into the mantle, and the hole isn't the deepest ever drilled beneath the ocean floor. Instead, researchers cruised to a special tectonic window in North Atlantic where drills don't have to tunnel as far to strike pay dirt. Here, the rocks of the mantle have been punched close to the surface as the ocean floor slowly pulls apart the nearby mid-Atlantic ridge. It's neat. There is this weird spot. There's these rock stacks off of, I think it's Brazil. Now, let's see if we can find these rock stacks off of Brazil, because I can't always find where these suckers are. Okay. So let me zoom out. Now, if I were the rock stacks off of Brazil, am I out here? Am I these guys? Those aren't rock stacks. Okay. I have to do some internet searching to get these things. There's some weird rock stacks out here in the ocean that are made of material that isn't quite necessarily normal. It's Ascension Island. I don't want Ascension Island. No, that's a hotspot volcano in the middle of the ocean. Where are you? Or correctly, it's closer to Brazil than it is elsewhere. Nope, there's seamounts, seamounts, seamounts. One sec. Now it's trying to give me plastic rocks off of Brazil, and that's not at all what I want. Off coast. Brazil. If I could spell mantle correctly, that would help. Mantle. I'm just getting the plastic rocks ones. Gosh dang it. Plastic rocks, plastic rocks. All right. Well, this episode of Houston Search the Internet also a giant failure. Okay. Where am I? BBB brand new estimates are no sea ice around Arctic by 2030, 10 years faster than previously guessed. I was reading an article from a climate scientist who graduated school in the late 90s, early 2000s with her climate science degree. And back then, they were thinking there'd be a Northwest Passage open during the summers every year by 2070. And so it's 40 years faster. It's getting warm in a hurry. Oh crap! I lost my spot again. Where am I? Georgia Herd, dang, Saudi Arabia, Arizona's water, and now the big golf league. What's happening here? Oh yeah, and Twitter. Yeah, they have a huge chunk of Twitter too. They got to put their money somewhere because oil's not going to last forever. So they're trying to diversify as much as they can, get their fingers in every little pot they can, and do it while they can. Yeah, like who done all that oil money's getting put to use. Exactly. So as a group, we need to come up with a way to get the Saudis to invest in us a whole bunch of money, right? So should we form an AI company? We call it Houston. We have an AI. That's all the name of our company, and we're gonna offer an IPO. We're gonna claim that we've got the greatest AI company in the entire world. We'll have nothing, but we will offer a boatload of shares, an IPO, and we will court the Saudis to buy into Houston. We have an AI. In reality, Houston, we have an AI is just going to be, we're going to go to a chat GPT or Bard and say, hey, Bard, write us an AI program. And then Bard's going to write us an AI program, and that'll be our entire program. And we will go from there. And we're going to get like $30 billion in seed funding from the Saudis. And with that money, we're going to blow it all on call options on the next GME earnings. Does that sound cool? Sounds good to me. Yeah. My Jim just monkey I'm frozen in time. It is frozen. It won't move anymore from. Oh crap! I just tore this somewhere. My pity is. We're in Pity City here. Okay. Susan 54, better than never. It'll reduce strain on underground water reserves, plus Phoenix has implemented a limit on new construction. I'm glad to see some positive movement. What's that about? About Arizona figuring out how to water themselves? One of the problems is that when they divvied up the Colorado River, is that they divvied up rights to the river more than there's actual water in the river. And a lot of farmers, if they don't use their entire water supply, they lose their rights to it. So their incentive is to make really thirsty crops, things like pistachios and almonds that need 50 times the amount of water as other crops to grow. So they use those. So they're making really water thirsty plants out in the desert so that they don't lose their rights to their water. There needs to be some sort of different incentive for these folks. And they need to change that because they're just wasting it on almonds. And so when you get some hippie who's like, why are you drinking that cow milk? It takes so much food and water to make a cow. You can be like, well, what about your almond milk, buddy? It takes more water than any other crop on earth to make your almonds. So we can do better. Georgia Herd. It's all happening way faster than previously advised. Nature is a wild card. Not to be tempted. Yeah. Julius Miami, Messi already owns several condos here. Tickets for his first game already going for thousands of dollars. I can imagine people are going to be stoked to see Messi. It's like seeing Babe Ruth play at this point. Chad Anderson, Tesla's up $10.29 today, up another $10.60 after hours. What doing? Should have held my calls. I sold at close. Oh, man. Did Tesla release earnings today? No, they did their earnings call back in April. So I don't know what news they have today. Nothing earnings report. nothing. I have no idea why it would be up $20 today. Nothing popping up on the news here. So no, I don't know, Chad. But you're cursed like the rest of us. Sell on the wrong day, then just go zoom, zoom right after that. Oh, crap. There's the reset of the chat again. My God. Okay. BB Brand, I plan on living another 60 years, so I should find me some prime land up north in case I want to escape the dry, burning Southlands. One of the reports I read was that probably geographically the best place in the U.S. to have land that's best suited for climate change is the Michigan Peninsula. You're surrounded by fresh water on all sides. You're not going to run out of water. Your winters will get better because the winters suck in Michigan, and your summers won't be too crazy hot. So take that with a grain of salt. But I don't really want to live in Michigan. But there's some nice parts of Michigan. Well, Carlisle, so thankfully we're not in an ice age and starving. Well, we might be in a really hot interglacial and starving still too. Dustin Wright, I don't know where Houston gets his facts on DeSantis, but it's laughable. What facts? That he's negative 19 points? Even the super right-wing Newsweek got purchased by a MAGA guy. Ron DeSantis' approval ratings have collapsed. DeSantis data shows major unfavorable rating rose to 63% for women, 62% as well as African Americans, 85%, Hispanic Latinos, 68%. He's at negative 19, I believe, in approval. The more people disapprove of him than approve of him by 19%. Yeah. So, oops. So there you go. There's some facts on DeSantis. But yeah, no, DeSantis sucks. He's a shitty human being, absolutely paid for by Ken Griffin, and is doing everything in his power in Florida to make sure that all of Florida is white, Christian, and unemployed. That seems to be his entire goal for the state of Florida. He's fumbled the bag so hard that in like a large portion of the Republican base in Florida are made up of Cubans who fled the communist regime in Cuba, got to Florida, made their own little community there, and are super right-wing. They're right-wing in Cuba, they're right-wing here, because they're the plantation owners and stuff in Cuba who got kicked out by the communist revolution there. And Ron DeSantis just made it illegal for Cubans to own land in Florida. Oops. Right? Tourism is the largest industry in Florida, and Disney's the largest employer in Florida, and Ron DeSantis pissed off Disney. Oops. The second largest industry in Florida is agriculture, and everyone who works in agriculture is, let's face it, immigrants, and Ron just chased them all away. The third largest industry in Florida is real estate, and real estate needs construction workers, and Ron chased them all away. One of the biggest things that affects Florida's economy every year is storm season, hurricanes. Hurricanes, you need to have hurricane insurance in Florida. Why? Because your home can get blown away at any moment during the hurricane season. And what has happened in Florida? Insurance rates have gone from about $1,000 a year to $7,000 a year for homeowners insurance. Oops. And they changed how you can sue your insurance company to get paid. So if your insurance company is rejecting you for years on damages that happen, and you finally have to sue to get your money out of them, you can only sue for the original damages that happen, not for the fact that like you've been living in a rotted home for months or years, or that you've had to rent a place for a while. You can never get damages for that. Oops. He also has destroyed. Florida had the number one public school system in the country and the number one state college system in the country. And in one short year has destroyed those rankings and created such a giant teacher shortage in Florida that they're now trying to hire unqualified American veterans, war veterans, to teach. And even then, the pay is so low that only 9 people agreed to do that. And I bet they're also the shittiest teachers in the entire world. Also, Florida colleges are facing to lose their accreditation. If they lose their accreditation, they lose their ability to receive federal education funds and financial aid for students. So the students can't afford to go to Florida colleges anymore. Why? Because they keep putting people who don't have PhDs, who are not academics, as presidents of Florida colleges. That's basically they're taking political appointees, people who donated to DeSantis' campaigns. The new head of South Florida College, or University of Southern Florida, is a guy who's a former Republican county commissioner who got arrested for impersonating a police officer. He's the new president of one of the major colleges in Florida. Absolutely just destroying Florida with one culture war decision at a time. It's going to be friggin' unlivable there for most people soon. The crypto bros fled in a hurry, and this next real estate collapse, I think, is going to be absolutely detrimental and on a level that makes 2008 pale in comparison to where Florida is now. In 2008, after that crisis, you could buy a penthouse in Miami Beach that included a boat slip for $40,000 in like 2010, 2011. Those places are currently selling for like $5 million. You could buy it for $40,000. And I think this coming collapse is going to be so much bigger. Ron DeSantis is just... I'll give Ron DeSantis one thing. He was a heck of a baseball player. Absolutely. His team went to the College World Series when he was a little kid. He played at Harvard. He had a crazy batting average at Harvard. He was a heck of a baseball player. He could play a ball like nobody's business. Outside of that, the dude's just a complete chode. Just a garbage person. Absolute garbage person. So yeah, he sucks. I hope. AI Saudi wives. I'm allowed to have up to 4 AI wives, according to Sharia law. All right. And there's Julius egging them on. There you go, Julius. Peter Brand Houston, you mentioned the smoke from Canada burning. I've dealt with smoke and ash living in Florida in 2006-2007. The smoke was so thick, it was nighttime at high noon and rained ash for a week. That's what it was like here in, was it 2020? Is that the really bad year? I think, yeah, it was during COVID. Yeah, that's when I had to drop off my old Corvette to get a new top on it, and I had to walk back to the ferry. And I thought my whole plan was I could schedule this date with the mechanic, like, or upholsterer or whatever they are, like 2 months ahead of time. I was like, oh, it'll be nice. I'll park the car in the spot. And the monkey and I will have like a nice 10-mile walk back to the ferry. And I ended up leaving her at home because there was no way I was going to put her in that air for that long. I don't have like a face mask for dogs that I could use. And then I had to double mask with N95s and walk back to the ferry, and it smelled like farts. The inversion was so bad that not only was the smoke everywhere, like hunkered down, but then like all of humanity and industry was also pumping into the city. And so if you took your mask off, it smelled like straight farts, the entire city. It was so gross. Being in that wildfire smoke. My little sister was in the smoke in Australia in 2019, and it was apocalyptic. She managed her company. She works for Atlassian. Her company was like, everybody just leave. Just get the hell out of Sydney and leave. And she had to drive. I don't think there were any flights going out of Sydney, but she and some coworkers drove to like Adelaide or Canberra or somewhere, and flew and went to I think they went to like the Bali or something, and just rented a house and stayed there until the smoke went away and they come back to work. Just brutal. If you can get out of that weather, get out. It will shave years off your life. A great app to get is the Should I Smoke? It's a little app. It tells you, oh no. So right now our air quality is equivalent of 0.5 cigarettes a day. But like in New York, let's see what it is at New York right now. Change location. Go to New York City. Can't fetch New York City. You know, I have air quality indexes there. New York. Okay, never mind. It's not working for New York. But anyway, it's a great little app. Shows the equivalent of how many cigarettes you're smoking. And in 2020, it was like 100 cigarettes a day was what it was showing at one point. Rest in peace, shirt. MS Houston, do just not enough wealthy people care if there's an Earth, or are they all leaving? I think they're all hoping they can leave, or that they're going to die before it's a problem, or that if it is a problem, they can just pay top dollar and live somewhere where they're not affected as much as others. And be like, oh, it's fine. The entire time they don't realize that when shit gets bad, rich people get eaten. So there'll be guillotine time. They'll want to blame somebody, and the masses will just be freaking the fudge out, and they'll come for the rich folks. And it might not solve any problems immediately, but it'll be cathartic in the process. Dustin Wright, I have before, but he spews some left-wing garbage repeat on CNN. People always like, oh, repeat on CNN. CNN is owned and controlled by Republicans and is now a Republican right-leaning news network. Plus, I don't have cable. So, no, I didn't see it on fucking CNN, dude. I read all day long. When I'm not doing this show, even while I'm cutting fucking blackberries, ding, 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 I like read an article someone sends me, and I go back to cutting blackberries. Ding, 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 I read another article someone sends me, and I go back to cutting blackberries. I spend 10 hours a day reading everything. I read all the newspapers. I read all the internet sites. I read everything. No, I'm not watching stupid CNN, dude. Jesus Christ. Is that the only thing you guys are going, oh, he said something I don't agree with. He must watch CNN. Ugh. Jesus. Grow the fuck up. I read, dude. Unlike you, I read. And unlike you, I don't read like Gateway Pundit or some fake ass news website that just makes bullshit up to rot the brains of the easily gullible. Like, just Jesus Christ. It just pisses me off. Hey, what's CNN? I won. No, I read. I fucking read. I pull information through the holes in my head, and I process it, and I synthesize it with all the other information I learned, and I come to a conclusion about world events, people involved in them, and then I give my opinion on that. And you know what? Every single time you little fucking dorks try to call me on it, I pull up factual information that shows, oh, look, there's Ron DeSantis getting his ass kicked in opinion polls right now because he's a terrible human being who's bought and paid for by Ken Griffin. Now, if you're in this, I talked about this before, if you are in this play, these meme stock plays, and you think Ken Griffin is fucking Satan, right? Then why are you praying at the altar of Ron DeSantis when Ken Griffin is his single largest financier? The only reason Ron DeSantis is governor of Florida is because Ken Griffin paid for his campaigns. Both of them. $100 million. That's how much money Ron DeSantis has gotten from Ken Griffin and Citadel. $100 million bucks. What's hilarious is that Ron DeSantis can't use $86 million of that because he's so stupid that he created a super PAC, like a Ron DeSantis super PAC, and raised a bunch of money for that while he was making his exploratory committee for running for president. And then he announced his campaign for president, and now he can't have any contact with a super PAC without going to prison. He just lost $86 million. Oh, oops. Oh, talk about a dummy. Yeah, he's a dummy, can hit a curveball, but he's a dummy. There you go. That's my governor, damn it. Julia sends me like 90% of the articles on Ron DeSantis. Meow meow. If the blue sheets are released and they show metamaterial MMTLP are 200 or 300% short, what do you think will happen? I think Rosa could use that such information and get the courts in Florida to finally listen to her and maybe read things she has. So I think it will open up the ability to sue the hell out of FINRA, because it will show that they had information, real-time information, that malfeasance was happening with these stocks, and that they halted trading to keep the hedge funds from having to close their positions, which would cost them a lot of money and something they never, ever, 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 ever want to do ever. So that's what I think will happen. Is that they're fighting so hard to keep that information from being revealed because they know that everybody and their mother is going to sue the shit out of them if such info is shown. And again, all I have to do is hit control print and those blue sheets print out and all the information is right there. It doesn't take any time whatsoever. There's no hardship on FINRA's part. You just print it and you're done. The arguments that, it's so hard. It takes like 1,000 people, 1 million years to be able to like chisel these things out of stone. And we just don't, Your Honor, we just don't have the capability to do that, because if we're busy chiseling this out of stone and something bad happens and we miss the regulation of that, then, how is the economy ever going to recover? Okay. MS, according to an old agreement, California has rights to river before Arizona. Ouch. Oof. BBB brand new governor is a disaster when he addresses himself. Fake news. His wife dresses him. I love it when Derek the Suit Guy rips on Ron DeSantis' outfits. It's great. Brand, seeing that piece about the politicians saying the Florida laws being passed are just a scare tactic, political posturing, but now it's a law, not posturing nor scare tactics. Yeah, because now you have to actually follow through on the letter of the law, which means you're going to chase away every single solitary person who picks food, raises children, and builds things in your entire state. So, oops. Jeffrey Collins, Houston, did some napkin math. MMTLP, 165 million shares, $1,000 tax, 38% is nearly 63 million in lost tax revenue. 165,000 shares, $1,000 tax, $1,000 is nearly 63 million lost revenue. Congress doesn't care about that. What the actual fudge? Yeah, I mean, that's one of the arguments that we should be making to these members of Congress, right? We should point out to them, you let MOASS happen, you allow a tax dollar transfer unlike anything has ever happened before. A once in a century type tax revenue generation. Not only that, but you allow for a lot of folks who previously didn't have the financial ability to maximize their contributions to campaigns to suddenly have a lot of candidates that they owe a bunch of gratitude for, right? Like, you let my MMTLP rocket to the moon and I make a fortune off of it. I can then go to these candidates and be like, hey, as a $5,600 maximum donation rate, check. Oh, the super PAC that you like very much, and check, and pay it off. They will get more money from more of us in that event than they would from the few hedge fund managers that they're currently grasping at now. Okay, there's the... Where the hell? I just lost my spot again, for crying out loud. Oh my goodness, I'm 20 minutes past my time. Got me on a rant, and there I go. Stonk Cobain, if Carl Icahn wants to go back at Hindenburg Research, he should go long in companies that Hindenburg shorted like Clove. Not sure why the invest in GME, which he's short on, and BBBYQ. He likes restructuring things. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure about his short on GME. I know it's like $700 million. It's pretty significant. But my guess is if I can short on GME, he probably also has a boatload of GME calls for that when he starts to close that $700 million position and the price goes crazy, he'll win on the calls in the end anyway. Justin Wright, it looks like Seattle got shit on by God. Seattle, let's look at how gross Seattle is. Oh, gross. Ew. Ew, why would you? Ew. Oh, gross. Ew. Why would you go there? Oh, puke. Oh, ugh. Oh, gross. Ew. Why in the world do people do that? Oh, Chihuly glass. No, never. Oh, gross. The aquarium. Puke. Blah. Oh, man. Look at all those mountains and bodies of water. Oh, gross. Ew. Who would do that? Just such a shithole. Yeah, man, just a dump. Look at that place. Absolute puke central. That's right by where I used to teach, right there. I'd have lunch on that spot right there. Just a gross, ew. I mean, look at that mountain. Puke. It looks like a big boob or something. Bro, ew, no. Why would you do that? Why would anyone live here? Ew. That's right. Don't come. Everyone stay away. Don't ever come here. Stay away. Aaron Salentine, when Houston said BlackBerry, the stock started going up even though it was the wrong BlackBerry. Jose G, you read all this and you were stuck in the leftist propaganda, brother. It is what it is. I mean, is it propaganda or is it reality? There are plenty of quotes from right-wing politicians, especially of the Freedom Caucus, who complain that they can't get any traction because they can't compete against the facts. They're like, yeah, it's not fair. They've got facts on their side. God, no, gosh darn it. And yeah, it's true. I've got facts on my side. It's if you want to like put blinders to reality and then believe what you want to be true, then don't be surprised when reality smacks you in the face. Right? People need healthcare. They need affordable healthcare. Our current system is not going to give that to them. People need a home. They need affordable homes. Our current system is not going to give that to them, right? Solve those two things, and you just solved almost all problems in America. You've just solved drug and alcohol abuse. You just solved our crime problem, where we imprison 1% of our entire adult population. 1%, 1 in 100 people in the United States are currently behind bars, largely because of our health problems and our homelessness problems. Those two things right there make for a really terrible system. So perhaps, maybe, we fix that system. Oh my gosh. Fix problems? What? Never. And we're not going to fix those problems until we start electing people whose goal it is to fix those problems. Now, yes, there are people who claim that they want to fix those problems. They're just giving lip service. People like Kristen Sinema in Arizona, who's a complete douchebag. They'll talk the game, and then when it comes down to it, like, but the hedge fund just paid me a bunch of money, so no, I'm not going to fix those problems. And that's just kind of where we are, man. Right? Okay. I gotta go chop blackberries. So we'll do a show tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be a daytime show or a nighttime show, but that's where we are. We can continue our rants then if need be, but Yield Houston is tendonitis elbow. Need to go chop blackberries for a while. Yeah. Cool. Monkey butt. Solid. Fat cat who's just a lump on my desk. Awesome. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We're going to chop some blackberries, and you guys have a great day. And where's my clickety-clack? My clickety-clack right there. Bam. I'm looking for something. I got nothing to play with here. I just have a shirt that's